can't say that I'm gay, but I can say there have been 2 times in my life when I have loved a boy. To tell you this story, I need to make you understand how in cities, freaky people are scattered all over, with little pockets of weird in almost every neighborhood. But in small towns, all the freaks, everyone too fat or too smart, everyone poor or queer or foreign or into science fiction, comic books, role-playing games, or the goth scene, seem to know each other, and they all hang out together, usually in someone's basement. All the freaks in Valdosta, Georgia congregated in the clapboard add-on to Kenny's mom's trailer. This is where I met Justin, a bald punk like me, another urban orphan raised by wolves. He got here on a freight train from Kentucky, hopped off because he was barreling towards the Atlantic Ocean and hadn't seen anything more interesting, so what the fuck? My 30-year-old salvage taxi cab threw a rod here. There was day labor in the factories, and the soup kitchen served pie slices big as your head, so what the fuck? Justin swung both ways, and I was never quite sure which way he was swinging when he decided he was in love with me. I was technically a girl, though the F on my driver's license always made the clerk at the convenience store do a double take when I tried to buy a pack of smokes. All I knew for sure was that for all my trying to force it, my pendulum only swung away from him. Still, we shared a mattress at the crash pad, slept curved around each other like parentheses, appropriate, with all the words we both were holding in. We kept our clothes on and our hands to ourselves, but some nights he'd lay me along the length of him, bound breast to flat chest, steel-toe boots kissing as his stubble scraped mine, the 2 full moons of our bare heads colliding so we could stare straight into each other's eyes. That was when I realized he didn't see me as an opposite, a yin to his yang. He was looking into my body to see his reflection. I was looking into his, to find my home. He knew my secret before I did, and curved around me like a parenthesis. He held it for me. When his luck ran out and his past caught up with him, I was the one he called down to the county jail to press my hand up to the bulletproof glass, spread my fingers to fit within the outline of his on the other side. I could feel his pulse and the heat of his blood calling to mine through the barrier of this glass. It was the story of us. There was always something between us. He left me nothing but a scrap of paper scarred with a disconnected telephone number when he jumped his bail in a train for New Mexico. I've kept it all this time. Still call it once in a while, just in case. Just this once. It might work. But in my heart, I know. I've seen the last of him. I never fucked Justin, but I never doubted for a second that I loved him. And that the first boy I loved led me to the second. So if the digits in that number ever aligned like stars to let me hear his voice again, all I would say is thank you.